works. All right, let's go.
I had finally snapped.
This guy's so sick.
My brain was on fire. I was having an aneurysm, an out-of-body experience, watching myself, shaking and desperate and screaming. Why? Why are you doing this to me? Adobe had just corrupted my file again. 2 days of my best work down the drain. And so I poured every drop of my secret, simmering resentment
this guy's cool.
into a work of video art. Breaking up with Adobe.
And here's the thing is that a lot of people are stuck with this shit. Like, people will have their whole toolkits, like, 100%, like, you're just stuck with the program. It's like, if you're a master of Adobe, if you're a master of this, I mean, hell, I was talking to Drake in general, and he's still using Sony Vegas. It's crazy. So you're kind of like, you're just that dude, right? It's kind of like if you're good with Resolve, you're just a Resolve guy. If you're good with Unreal Engine, you're just an Unreal Engine guy. And, you know, not super cross-platform. Strong as mud, dude? Yeah, but they're also pieces of shit, and, like, generally speaking, they've gotten pretty fucked up and bloated. But anyway, he's going to say that shit anyways.
It was viewed 6 million times across the internet. It resonated. People were tired of their own codependent relationships with their once beloved software. There I was, still crawling back.
This guy's so sick.
Schmuck, night after night, hoping this time would be different. But then one night I watched a tutorial on DaVinci Resolve.
It's amazing.
Something
I love it.
changed in me. I dared to dream. So I built up the courage, packed my bags, and said, listen up, Toots.
Yep.
You and me, we're done. I'm making this next project without you.
Yeah, dude. And this is the first step, too. I'm sure I've started to get into this shit, too. But it's cool. He doesn't even talk about Linux yet. Yeah, it's so fucking sick. No audio? Fuck. Really? Linux. There we go.
We're done.
There we go.
I'm making this next project without you.
Yeah. Okay, I'll keep a track of that.
Idea.
Thank you.
See, I got decades of experience with Adobe software, and now I was stuck rebuilding my VFX pipeline from scratch.
That's a big deal, by the way.
Annoying, and I kept getting stuck on the most basic stuff. I felt so lonely. The key difference from using After Effects is that DaVinci Resolve uses a system known as node compositing. The video signal is loaded from the initial node that flow into other nodes which distort and filter the signal. You can split the signal into multiple streams, alter them, and then recombine them before it all flows into the final output composite.
And dude, to be honest, this shit is really good. Like, it looks intense, but it's a lot better. It's a lot easier. In fact, I can probably just fucking open it right now for you, just to show you what I mean. It's really fucking good, and it works natively on Linux. It's totally free. The only thing you don't get if you don't pay for it, and it's like a one-time fee of like $200 or $300. I bought it a long time ago. You don't get, you know. You don't get, you know, so like here you have like a background node. And, you know, basically you have like the background node, and then you get to feed it to the media out, which is like the output of it. And if you want to add like text, wait, what's going on here? Oh, it froze. Okay, let's not worry about that.
I really started to see the benefits of this.
Yeah, kind of like that.
It feels less like you're just stacking these prefab effects, and more like you're building your own custom machines. Build them once, and then reuse them endlessly.
And that's the same way that Unreal Engine's blueprints work. It's like exactly the same way. Same way with like if you're trying to like figure out audio, for example, like all the audio stuff that I'm doing to make the stream work. This is basically like a gigantic patch bay, right? And like, you know, this is, and like this even includes like this is my desktop sharing, and I'm putting into OBS, and here are the alerts, and it's going to this sound device, and this is, what is this? this is the second input of the Scarlett 2-on-2 interface I have, and this is that video, and I'm putting it into like a jack thing here. It's really nice. Like if you're actually like trying to do like creative shit and like actually like make stuff happen, Linux is kind of nice for it. Yeah, it's like you're building your own patches, and you can save them, different configs and all that. But yeah, that's like what most of like the good shit uses. Like use that like whole node system, like he's saying.
You can group your machine into a single node, remove any unneeded parameters, and you've essentially made your own friggin' plugin. And there's a whole community of people who make their own, and then they share them with each other.
Yeah, you just copy pasta.
Dope. And I haven't even spoken about the integration between the sound, color, and the editing pages. And I got nothing to say about it, except it's just good. I'm getting a bit emotional right now. Another big component
Saul
of
showed me
my
this.
work is the sound design.
He's so cool.
And while
I love this
Resolve's
guy.
built-in door is probably capable for most people's video editing needs. I'll show you what I use to get just that little bit of extra pizzazz.
Reaper is so sick too.
Created by the guy that did
Like legit Reaper. If you don't know what Reaper is a DAW. Reaper was, and I actually have a license for it. I bought this thing in high school, and it still works. It's a lifetime thing, and it runs on Linux too. T8 runs fine on Linux as far as I know. Yeah, no, it runs better on Linux than it does on Windows. The recompiling of the Vulkan shaders actually makes it perform a lot better. It's surprising. Like, I get more FPS under Linux than Windows, and I'm like used to dual boot and like actually check this shit out. Yeah, it's kind of pathetic. Windows is really bad. Yeah, it really legit. There's less input lag on Linux by like a lot. That's why I can be so much more Moscow, and I'm not actually that Moscow. I can still do it on consoles and all that shit. Like, yeah, I can do that. But like, it's so much easier on a Linux box. Yeah, no, seriously, like that's why. Remember when we were playing and you were on Xbox and I was getting pissed? I was like, dude, I can't do shit, right? Like those days I was still using Windows, and I was just like, what in the fuck is going on, right? And so that level of difference between input lag, actually, no, I was using Linux, but that difference of being online and the input lag, that's why I was like, fuck this. Because I was so used to it just being on Linux. It wasn't your fault. It was just like, I've been in this like bubble of like it being easier. Yeah, you can shit on people, like 100%. And it's super, like, yeah, legit. If you want, we can like VC and like hash this shit out. A bubble of lies. Get out of here, motherfucker. Also, Reaper's sick, too.
It reminds me of a time when companies used to take pride in their software. It's homely.
Yeah.
And know
I
it
paid
doesn't
$50
look
for
like
this
much at
thing,
first,
and I got a lifetime
but when you
license.
go
Still
to
active from like 15 years later.
Oh, baby. It's extremely customized.
I should actually install
All
it.
of these context-aware cursor tools can be changed. The layout restructured, reskinned. Endless scripts the community have written lets you change the finest detail exactly as you want it. I have it set up so that when I rename a track, it automatically recolors and applies the correct settings. But get a
Yeah, this
load
guy's
of
like way
this
better
shit.
at it.
This dude made a tool that lets you record video direct to the timeline. In Reaper. It's like how you record takes to a song.
He's
Then
so
you can
cool, man.
export, not
I wanna
just
be
drop
like
it
him one
into
day.
Resolve. How could you not
Yeah.
fall in love with that? So for the
It's
last
pretty
few months,
sweet.
I've also been using Affinity Photo, Toon Boom Harmony, Unreal Engine, FL Studio, Clip Studio Paint,
Wait.
and
What? Wait. You can run FL Studio? Oh, no fucking shot. Oh, this is old too, so it definitely... okay, so this is probably a lot worse, but wait, how is he doing it? Like, low latency kernel, yeah, we can do that. That's not a big deal. But now the new kernels, you don't need to. FL Studio does run well, but it works a lot better on Windows for VST plug. Okay. Oh yeah, look at this, man. This guy's got a i3, a 16 gigs of RAM, and a 1050 Ti for the real F60. Wait, but how is he doing it? Is he doing Wine? Is it Wine? Yeah. So he's just doing it straight up through Wine. Wow. What the fuck? What if I just use Windows at work? That's okay. You're being paid to shill then. That's good. That's not a big deal.
Whip Studio Paint.
Cool.
And
I didn't know
love
that.
each and every one of them.
I didn't even register
But I'll
that.
tell you a secret. I had ulterior motives for breaking up with Adobe. For years
Hey, what's up, dude?
now, I've been in...
You're the Windows device. Oh. Oh, boy. Well, that's okay. I mean, you're getting paid for that, so that's different, right? But at home, you have a different, like, thing. So it's like you get your Windows fill, if you want to call it that, right? Go to sleep? It's way past your bedtime. No, dude, I'm a normal human. I woke up at, like, 5 this morning. I shoveled snow like a man. And now I'm still awake. We're going to stream a long time. Yeah. Hope you've been good. Did you play Tekken 7 recently? That's really funny. Or is that just hella old? The disdain. Yeah, dude, this guy is pissed, but it's fucking cool. Oh, okay. Huh. Hella old. Oh, okay. I was going to say. And I went to bed yesterday mad as fuck because Windows fucked me over. What did they do to you? You couldn't launch 16? Whoa. Brother, it's time. It's time. That shit's a single-player game. It will run perfectly on Linux. I am pulling that. You know, actually, before I pull that out of my ass, let's make sure. Steam or Proton DB. It's Proton DB FF16. Due to DLSS, due to the NVIDIA's drive. Actually, what kind of hardware are you running? 2017 was your last stream? Oh, shit. So that was like... Oh, shit. That was like when... The beginning of the game. Damn. That's really crazy. As is my mugshot, PFP. Damn. The game is just really buggy. Oh, wait. Hold up. Windowing, switching. Okay, it's i3. Wine low... most of the tinkering had to make is around Steam Deck. Oh, that's for Steam Deck. Audio crackling. I bet you we could get it to work well in general, if we tried hard enough. Anyways, back to this.
Adobe.
Barring a 6750 XT for the week from your girlfriend. Ooh, nice. Oh, 5800X 3D and 2070s. You can, yeah, I don't give a fuck. NVIDIA kind of sucks on Linux, I'm not going to lie. Like, I just got a 7900 XTX in order to, like, really just say fuck you. And a 5900X is my processor. Just say fuck Windows and fuck NVIDIA, fuck all this shit. Hey, Sasha, good to see you. Oh, good luck on the night shift, bro. Thanks for chilling, man. You as well, man. Not a stream, but have an awesome day at work.
For years now.
Yeah.
I've been infatuated.
Sidetracking ass, my bad. My bad.
Linux.
Look, isn't he cute?
Ending my reliance on Adobe finally gave me the confidence to start experimenting with a new operating system.
Yep.
I was determined to learn about the terminal, Flatpaks, and of course, Fisk.
I actually don't use Fisk, but I don't even know what it is. But Flatpaks are amazing. That's how I'm running OBS right now, using a Flatpak. It runs it in a container. It's so good, and it makes everything work. Contained. Dependencies don't get fucked up in between things.
I didn't quite grasp about Linux early on, but I've come to really love and appreciate about it is that it's built for you to customize and really make your own. So you might think that there's missing features in the sound panel. Well, it's designed for you to install whatever sound panel you want. And people have made heaps.
See, I just showed you that shit just now. NVIDIA doesn't open source their drivers, but AMD does. Yeah, AMD's is 100% open source, and they're really fucking good. AMD's drivers on Linux are way better than AMD's drivers on Windows, which is crazy. But NVIDIA's drivers are better on Windows than on Linux. That used to not be the case. Back in like the 1000 series and before days, the proprietary NVIDIA driver was really amazing, and then the AMD proprietary driver sucked dick. It was called like fucking Catalyst or something like that. And but then it switched because AMD open sourced everything, and they really put a lot of development into there, and everything is open source. So it's really nice. NVIDIA made this new driver called NVIDIA-Open, and that one is much better, but they've only open sourced the kernel modules, but not the driver itself, because they're worried that people are going to steal their shit. And what's even more pissing me off is that they hired the the maintainer, or one of the main maintainers of the Novio, which is the open source NVIDIA driver that's been reverse engineered. And he's working at NVIDIA helping them out with this open source thing. But the fucked up thing about that is that now that he's working there, he has access to the source code and the actual like physical hardware like the schematics or whatever of these cards. So now he's never going to be able to contribute to the open source thing after, if he gets fired or not, unless they specifically like tell him to. So yeah. Yeah, 1% at a time is huge. Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Kept having some weird 3D screen issues with my yesterday with 6750X on Windows, while the 2070s there's none. Are you using the open drivers or the retro or the legacy? Actually, there's a lot of questions I could say, but that's the Linux thing. Never mind. 2070 is good. Sorry, I'll stop one last time. If you have a 2000 series or above NVIDIA card, it works well in Linux. It just sucks if you have 1000 or less. But yeah, Windows is ass, but it's still my preferred sound. Thank you.
And that's to give you a solid, lightweight base for you to build on top of. A popular distro is Linux Mint, and when I first
I don't recommend Linux Mint. It sucks dick.
used it, I thought, I like the taskbar, I like the way the panels snap, I like the way it feels like Windows. But even all that stuff is just
Wait a minute, did I just see what I just saw?
snap. I like the way it feels.
Dude, he has 4 monitors. Holy shit. Wow. That's crazy. So he has 2 vertical ones. He has one 2K, it looks like, horizontal one, and then one like small one on the bottom or something.
Windows. But even all that stuff
That's
is just
cool.
a pre-installed graphical user interface called Cinnamon.
Yeah,
which is
Cinnamon, yeah.
installed on top of Mint. You can change it to something else. You can make it feel like Mac OS, or have no user interface.
That's
Some interface
Hyperland.
that looks like something that you've never even seen before. And
That's
it feels
Gnome.
so snappy. Why is it so slow on Windows to load a folder full of WAV files? And why does file search still suck? I used it on my friend's Mac OS, and it was instant. That was 20 fucking years ago. I love that Linux isn't giving me recommendations or pop-ups.
Very
or
true.
trying to steal my shit. It just leaves me alone. And don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of headaches. And getting everything up and running is not exactly a wank in the park. A few years ago, you couldn't even run games on Linux. Now most of them run fine. It's just such a good
Look, it's Mutahar. Mutahar does, however, use a lot of VMs. So if you're like really fucked and you really want something, you have to use a VM. But if there is anti-cheat that is kernel level, you can't use the VM, which sucks. But yeah. With Arch Linux, yeah, dude, I can super help you with that. If you really want, I just tested Fedora. Fedora is surprisingly good. I don't know why the hell I never used Fedora. But Fedora, if you're trying to go for batteries included and stuff, I was super impressed with modern Fedora. This is probably this is the one I will recommend from now on. I used to always say Manjaro or maybe Pop OS. These guys, their office is on 16th Street Mall. But this kind of sucks dick because they're still doing Xorg for their default distribution. Do they still have it? Is this the... I can't recommend it yet. Until they get there, they're trying to make Cosmic their own desktop, and that's that. And also, of course, there's Manjaro. But Manjaro's kind of like shitty now. I don't know. It's like you have to like be good at Arch already just to make this shit work well. It's fucked up. Yeah, it's there in Denver. You know those System 76 computers? That's them. They're... System 76 is these laptops. Those are the same guys. Their office is here, and also they're the ones who makes Pop OS. So it's like made for Linux laptops. It's pretty cool. Muda's a Kali main, dude. No one uses Kali like that, man. No one uses Kali in a real capacity as like a desktop. Man, fuck you. Where is this goddamn thing? where is it? You know what? I'm just gonna close all that. Will that help? Just close all this shit. And then is it... Disconnected it. It is not a wank in the park, as he said. Oh, it registers it as a different window. Okay. I'll know how to fix that later. All right, cool. No big deal. Oh my God. Is it on 3 or 4? Yeah, 2.
Games on Linux. Now in the park.
Wank in the park.
Ago, you couldn't even run games on Linux. Now most of them run fine. It's just such a good time to jump on board, and things
But
are
you can do
more
it,
compatible
Chabelo,
as
100%.
time goes on. Thanks, Gabe. But the thing I like most about Linux is that despite the headaches trying to get everything to run, there's a real sense of passion and optimism in the community. It feels like technology made by humans for humans brings a freaking tear to my eye.
In fact, Ubuntu is like the reason why they call it Ubuntu is like it's like a true like African thing, right? Like if like you have like Ubuntu is like you have like this one dude described it. It's like if you have like a traveler that's like going through your town and you know he needs water and like a place to stay, like Ubuntu is like the humanistic thing, right? You like give that guy a bed to sleep in for the night and you know give him some dinner and like water and stuff and let him go beyond on his way. It's like kind of like that whole, you know, we're all humans and we're trying to like help each other. Yeah, except Ubuntu is kind of a fucked up distro. It's run by the Chinese now.
It reminds me of when I was just first getting into computers.
Don't
All
recommend
the things
Ubuntu.
you didn't learn made me realize how much I've missed that sense of passion and optimism about tinkering around with technology. Yeah. I'd really recommend just installing Linux Mint to a USB stick, running it off that if you want to try it out. Don't worry, Omi. You won't break anything. So everybody's been dunking on Adobe and Microsoft lately. I think that both companies have become a symbol of just the general hatred that we all have towards big tech. But clearly for them, they don't give a shit how much we hate them. It's about whether you decide to leave. A lot of people would like to make a switch, but it can be pretty hard. I get it. It costs time, energy, lost revenue, and they don't make it easy for you to just pack up and bail. It's simply much more convenient to stay with them. But I've got a little public service announcement about the true cost of staying in your convenient big tech relationship. The technologies we use become an extension of us, interwoven into our workflows, industry, infrastructure, and meshed with the fabric of our culture and society. It's how we spend our time and interface with reality. There is a brazen, perverse business culture permeating big tech.
Dude, I know I keep stopping it, but the way the way he edits these fucking videos is amazing. The audio, like the way it transitions, he's amazing. It's really good, but he's completely right, by the way. It's like it becomes an extension of you, right? That's why it's like I can't use that fucking Windows shit. I feel bad. I feel like shit. I want to throw up every time. Even if you're at work, at least give me a Mac, even though fuck Mac too as well, but at least it has something, you know? At least it's a Unix-based thing and you can do that shit. Oh, what up, Miss Majin? What up? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're getting a bidet sometime soon. You want to piss and puke? Exactly. You do this shit professionally. It's crazy. Ah! Fuck. Yeah, everyone go follow Miss Majin. And, actually, I don't know if Chavelo's streaming anymore these days or not. But you used to. I remember you used to. What the fuck?
Business culture permeating big tech. It's not to deliver a quality product or solution, but to soothe, trap, and coerce you, to make you reliant, addicted, and dependent. Then they lobby, change the political landscape to their favor, to capitalize on the problems that they've fermented. The world is spiraling at the whims of a perpetual motion profit machine, a sick competition of power-hungry addicts. Out to brainwash you, drain your blood, then smash your molecules into shareholder profit. Brace yourselves, truth bomb incoming! It's up to you now to stand up and do something about it.
Dude.
Take action now. Value your privacy. Find ethical alternatives made by people who are not out to fuck you over. Because taking back control of our tools is one defense against the system they're assembling. The oligarchs of big tech are descending on you, cementing their monopolies and locking that shit in. But we have this window to act while we can, because the stakes aren't just about a banal feature or a subscription payment. It's about preserving a relationship with technology that's made for us.
100%, dude. That guy's such a fucking legend. I got so hyped after watching that. Saul sent me this video, and apparently it was recommended for him. But yeah, that guy is so sick. And I was like, holy shit, when I first saw that. Let me put this thing in here. We'll do what they always do, just spam the fuck out of that. But this guy, yeah, this guy is sick. If you need a reason, and like, think about it. This guy, he was, you know, he was a, you know, he was just a, you know, purely like stuck on Windows kind of thing. Does Mix 767 make you an IRL? Yes, dude. You are Tux Max, dude. Max the fuck out. But yeah, he's really cool. Like the way he edits his videos, and I didn't even fucking thumbs that up. He deserves it. I never thumbs up. I almost never do. I always sub, but I always forget to do it. So I have to start doing that kind of shit. He deserves it, man. He deserves it. I don't know what the difference is between subbing and thumbsing up. I probably have to thumbs up everything for its account. I don't know. I don't know how the fuck YouTube works. I'm new to this shit. Yeah. But, yeah, that guy is so sick. So sick. Thumbs is an algorithm thing? Oh, really? Okay, so I should be doing that then. W React? Hell yeah, brother.